Alright, so in this tutorial we're actually going to build something that is recognizable and have like a plan in mind. So let's center my cursor. We're going to build a house that is going to be one story. It's going to have a door, two windows in the front, and it's going to have a tapered roof. And space for a gutter. Let's say the roof is going to be a little bit coming out a little bit. And after that we're going to create a little guy, and I'm going to show you other tools that you need to know, which are modifiers. Alright, so we need to start from something, so let's add a cube. That's the simplest. I'm in object mode and this is my cube. We're going to call it house. Right. And I select the top, I delete it. Let's see, faces only. Oh, sorry, I want vertices. I want to take the entire thing off except for the bottom. And we're going to put everything we've learned together. Alright, so I'm going to scale this floor. I want to see what it looks like on the side and from the front. So here I'm going to do T and N to get rid of these windows, and I just want to see the side. And orthogonal with 5. Take this and extrude it. Oh, look, it's really dark. What does that mean? The normals are wrong. So maybe I should extrude it downwards. Hey, it's pretty gray, so it looks good. We're going to select everything by clicking A. Oh, A once deselects everything, twice selects everything. Move this up. Another trick to select everything is the L shortcut. L will select everything that is connected to whatever you have active. So if this face is active and I click L, it'll select everything that's connected to that face. Same thing with edges. Everything that's connected to that edge, everything is selected. I'm going to extrude this and taper it out, and in this view I can lower it a little bit, yeah. And then we're going to extrude again, and we're going to scale on the x-axis. Okay, this is my side view. Let's add a door on the other side. In order to add a door here, I basically need to have a line across. So we're going to do Control R, move around, and it's going to say, is this line that you want? No, this is the one I want. How high up? About this much. And then I need two lines across the top. So I'm going to do R and this, scroll the wheel, left click, and before I place it, I kind of want to scale. Ooh, looks weird. I want to scale on the x-axis, so S, X. Something is happening. The whole thing is scaling on the X. So I'm going to leave it there, and then I'm just going to select these two and scale them closer to each other on the x-axis. Okay, I meant these two and scale them on the x. There we go. Now, as you can see from this side, I'm looking at it this way and I can't see the back. This is where this comes in handy, wireframe, but you want to do it here. Solid. Let's make this solid. Where was it? Here. Yeah. Oh, I've undone things. Let's go back to how it was. Selected this guy, S, X. Oh, to make it to see through, it's Z. Z to see through. I want this door to have some sort of relief. E, S, N. Things are going to get very tricky here. See how there's an edge down here? So if I were to make a hole in this box, the simplest way to do it is adding an extra line here, right at the edge here, and then deleting things and rebuilding with F. Let's see. Delete vertices. Okay. Delete faces. Now I want this edge, and we're going to start rebuilding. We're going to go 5, 1. We are going to extrude up. How far up, you say? Well, this far up. There's a bunch of other techniques to line things up. It's beyond the scope of this lesson, but right now we're just gonna kind of guesstimate it. Yeah, it's close enough. And then we're going to keep on building. Let me see if this is the right normal. Whenever you extrude, you never know where the normal is. We're going to select this edge and fill it with face. Good. This edge and fill it with face. Face. Great. Let's add a window hole by taking this face, extrude and scale. Extrude inward. Yay. Let's say I wanted to select the entire window to move it around. I can either select this, and that with faces. Now I can move it around, the entire thing. Or another trick is to select one face and then click the plus sign. The plus sign will select everything that's touching it by one level. So it's Control plus, sorry, Control plus. You can see Control plus keeps on selecting the next faces that are touching. So here, since I know there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 faces touching, I can select +1, and now I can move it. Be careful when you go over edges. See that this is one face, and if I were to move up, kind of looks weird because I can see this face through that hole. So it's always good to have a good idea of what you want to build first. Because if I had to do a window up here, I would have had to make my system a little bit different. I would have had to cut an extra line inside, and then have cut through here. Alright, so now let's cut this entire house in half, and I'll show you the tools that we have on the right side here, the modifiers. Let's take this, delete faces, and now click one edge, anything, either an edge or a face, and then click L, and that'll select while the cursor is on it, while your mouse is on it. So yeah, actually you don't even need to select anything. You just put your mouse over the object you want to select, you click L, and it'll select that entire object. A for deselecting all. L for this guy. Faces. Okay, now here is my object. It's one object guy. And let's look at our modifiers here. We've never looked at that. Let's combine the windows. One modifier that I use all the time, which can save a lot of work, is the mirror modifier. So if we add a mirror modifier, There's a bunch of really cool ones. Boolean could have been used to make this door by creating one cube that goes inside of the other cube, and you say, subtract, and it would have made this hole. We can try that. Mirror. Alright, now this object has a mirror modifier attached to it. As you can see, it's got a mesh and it's got a modifier. But you don't see anything. Why is that? Let's see. The modifier is applied on the X side. We want it on the Y. So we basically want to mirror on the Y-axis. Basically, if you play around with it, you'll see what's going on. If one doesn't work, the other one will. Both this and that's pretty cool. And what that allows to do is save a lot of work. Say I just want here. Basically, if I were to do work on one side, it'll be duplicated to the other side. Let's extrude this. You can see there's an edge that's coming out. Everything is let's make a little wall here in the front and back. See, everything that's happening on one side is happening in the other. An option that's good to know is the clipping option, because right now if I were to take something that's in the center and I were to move it, it creates a hole. But if I have clipping on, then there is no hole. It's pretty good. Alright, tab to get to my object. Here it is. Once you've done all of your work and you're sure you don't need anything else, you have to apply the modifier. Because right now my object is still a mesh and a modifier. So let's close this wall by doing this, extrude, and since I have clipping on, once I've touched, if I try to bring it back again, it won't. It's stuck. Alright, this is what I wanted to do, and now I'm going to apply, but you can only apply in object mode. So you go to object mode with tab, apply. That's it. Now this is one object and it no longer has mirror. See, it's only one side. Pretty nifty. Yeah, and then for coloring, it's pretty easy. On this side we have this wrench for modifiers, and we have this little globe. Oh, which one is it? The textures one. It's this globe one. Yay, textures. You add a texture, add another texture. Right now they're blank textures. You instantiate a texture by creating a new. Right now this is a materials. Right now it's a white material. It's the basic material. Let's make another one. Also 2 and another one. I want material 3 to be red. Okay. Material 2 to be brown for the door. Okay. And let's do like a slight yellow. Since this material is already attached, assigned to the house, it was like the default. That means that the white you see here is this first material. So if I were to change it, the entire house will change. Let's keep that white. Let's add another one and make it yellow. Okay. Now I want to assign the materials to the faces. So first of all, I see that there's a huge mistake here. As you can see, this one panel is moving in. They're like intersecting, so that's not good. It ain't good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select one edge. So edge select this, and then alt select to select the entire line. Move this out, this, and move this in. And there's gonna be a lot of stitching to be done here. we're going to talk about stitching in a next video, but right now it's good enough to just Alt select this and then Shift Alt select the entire, see the entire cross sections are selected, and I'm just going to scale on the Y. Oh, sorry, I can't scale them towards each other. So what I'm going to do is put my cursor in the center by doing 0, 0, 0, or I can scale towards the active one. Hey, how about that? We just learned that last time. Scale to active element on the Y. Look at that. Then how far am I going to go? If you zoom out and you scale SY all the way in, it keeps on getting very close to 0. SY gets very close yet again. SY again. Now the faces are so close to each other that the points are pretty much they're pretty much stuck to each other, but they're really not. So they're not the same point. So if I were to select one, you see I'm still one edge, I'm still kind of opening a hole inside. That's not ideal. What we want to do is say, hey, in this entire object, you're going to delete duplicate points. So if 2 points are close enough to each other, you're just going to make 1 point out of it. And that's on the left side here. Blah. I think it's the first one. There we go. It's up one of these guys. Remove region. Remove, merge, remove. Where is remove duplicate? There, flip. Well, if you're not sure where something is, you can always do duplicates and remove duplicates. Remove doubles, sorry, it was called remove doubles. Boom. Right now, the vertices count has dropped down, and if we try to move this this edge like we tried before to open a hole, it's not opening because that edge is, there were 2 edges, now they're stuck together, and yeah, that's oh, I just realized the bottom right corner tells you what keys I'm hitting. Sweet. Okay, adding materials to some faces. You select the face, you select the material, and you say assign. Okay, that's pretty cool. So if you know different techniques of batch select, like with the C, you can like select all of these guys and quickly assign a color to that, or you can do what we've done before, control plus 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 and minus for less, and assign colors. Let's see what that looks like. Oops. Yeah, it looks weird. All back to white, assign. What I'm going to do is I just want to select the roof. So I'm going to take this one strip that's going around, I'm going to select it all by clicking Alt select. It's not going all the way around, and I think that's a little sketchy. It's very sketchy. It should be going all the way around. Something is wrong. And we're going to hide that. Select this and that and hide them. This and that and hide them. I'm just hiding with H. This way, now that I have separated them into big groups, I can just do L on the roof and say the entire roof should be red. Okay. The inside of the window, oops, will be dark. Alt H to unhide. So yeah, once you know different techniques to select and deselect, it'll help you model and do a bunch of other things. Okay, I'll let you play around with this, and I'm sure you'll have a lot of questions. And after this, planning on doing some animations. I think we know enough tools to do animations. If not, then I'll do some more tutorials. Alright, thank you for watching.